Good morning and welcome to Sunny Side Up. My name is Sunny and I am one of the hosts of LoreForged, an Ashes of Creation podcast. You can find all of our stuff at LoreForged.com. Sunny Side Up is a sort of morning segment where I have my coffee and answer a question from the happy hour channel of our Patreon. This one is going to fall under the category of get to know your LoreForged creators. So the question comes from Jamba, and it says, my question would be, wait, and then like a little angel hat. It's not a hat that an angel, it's like a, what is that? A halo? Is a halo considered a hat, even though it's floating? No. There is no world in which a halo is considered a hat. That can't be right. And then he asked the question, can we get an update on R2 and see the progress you and your son have made? So this is definitely not Ashes related, but it is something that is, I get asked about this a lot. The true name of this droid is R2McD2. A long time ago when, I don't really know why I started this project. I do know that I was very interested in building a set of Stormtrooper armor. And then that kind of transitioned into Mandalorian armor because my wife said that she would rather, if I did something, make a unique Mandalorian outfit than make a sort of run-of-the-mill Stormtrooper outfit. And then I did know about the 501st, which is Vader's Fist, the charitable legion that goes to children's hospitals and goes to hockey games and does parades and things like that. And I did know that they had some other parts to it, but it was mostly just Stormtroopers. And then I found out they had R2s and they had Rebels and they had all this other stuff. And so I kind of got fascinated by the idea of building an R2D2, like a real R2D2 with my son, who was much younger and much smaller at the time. We call him H. And so for 3 years now, almost 3 years, we've been building a full-sized, functioning R2D2. Sometimes the process goes quickly, sometimes it goes very slowly. But people wanted to see an update. Just in a nutshell, we have the dome completely done, and it is wired and it is ready to go. But this is an update on where we're at on everything else. And to do the update, I thought I would have H do it. So here is your update on the R2McD2. And thank you so much for submitting the question, Jamba. And I hope to get some more questions. I figure if I do like a personal one, I'll do a personal one every off one. You know, they won't always be personal questions on Sunny Side Up. They will be Ashes related also. So cheers and have a fantastic morning. Hi, I'm Sunny, and this is a video as to the status of the droid in March of 2025. It is 2025, right? H?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm going to introduce you to my droid building partner, H, and he is going to walk you through where we are at. It may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. So let's see.
All right, so...
Say hi, by the way.
Oh, yeah, hello. I'm Henry. You already knew that. This is the body. It's got these little things right here that slot into the bottom of the dome. And this is a little conveyor belt style thing that will spin, and it will move this entire thing so the dome can rotate forever.
It's a friction drive built off a seatbelt motor.
Yeah.
So, that's ready to go.
Mm-hmm. And then all of this wood is obviously kitted out. These things are going to mount the car stereo speakers that we have tested for the sound. It works great. And obviously this is all done. I think you can guess what that is. It's the dome. But yeah, that is all done. Everything moves. And all we have to do now with that is put it on there, wire everything up, and it's ready to go.
So we've got some of the assembly here. We've obviously been testing it. It's going to run off an RC and it'll run off tool batteries. This, we sawed apart the bottom of a drill set to fit all this stuff, but we have better systems for the actual installation when it gets into the droid.
Yeah, we have a custom thing that will hold this battery, and we're going to run it off two separate systems. so that we can cut power to certain places. Like we can cut power to the legs if we don't want it to move, and we just want it to stand there and look cool. So this is the RC. Some of this is going to control the dome movement like that. That's going to control it side to side. And I believe this is going to control like the tank style driving system.
What do you mean by tank style driving system?
Like it can move forward, but if you want to turn, you move one backward and one forward, so it turns like that.
And where are those?
Those are right here. So these are Vex wheels, I believe.
They're Omni wheels.
Yeah.
Vex Omni wheels.
So
that's the middle one, obviously.
Yeah, they roll like that normally, but then these red parts also roll side to side, so we can move like that flawlessly too.
And then we built the drive system this summer. I would put it upside down so that it doesn't roll into the dome. We built the drive system, so that is entirely tested and ready to go. After installation, it might need a little more tweaking, but it is a chain drive system built off of scooter motors, E85 scooter motors. And then, as you can see, we've got some of the 3D printed parts, various more skins. Skins need a lot of work, but that's what they kind of look like. Lots and lots of labeling. So,
yeah,
we got a lot of stuff.
This is all just mostly a mess. It's partly organized, but right here is our 3D parts. This is all fancy decoration, mostly. Some of it will go on the inside, but not really. Most of it's just gonna sit on the outside of the skins and look cool. This is the paint. You know what paint is. That works. Respirators, all that. This is our slip ring. So, what's up?
Yep.
Goes through like that. And this little black part right here allows this to rotate without the wires getting all tangled, so that we can rotate the dome as much as we want.
Yes, so this connection.
This is a magnetic clip too.
It's a magnetic clip into what's known as a DB25, which is a 25-point connector, like an old printer cable. So I had to individually solder every point on here numerous times and then match the cables. But the inside of R2, when we're running this magnetic system, we can simply unplug it. So this connection here has these rare earth magnets right here, and it will just go right in magnetically, and every one of those little lines there connects perfectly to the other one because they're all soldered together in this control panel.
And so that's how we're going to connect the dome of the droid to everything else in the body, so that we don't twist any wires and the whole thing doesn't catch on fire.
Yes, hopefully. We also have some fuses and whatnot. But this is what we're working on right now, which is the legs. So they're all CNC cut out. You can see there's our car stereo system. This is a lot of the electronics and various lights and things like that. They've all been tested. There's amplifiers in there. A lot of fun stuff, but it's gonna run off of a, there's the amplifier actually. We've got a mixer in there, that's a stereo mixer, so we can have Bluetooth running to the droid to make sound as well as having it have its normal sound. This is what I burned an entire summer on. Those are his utility arms. They're probably not gonna work by the time I get them into the droid, but that's okay, because at one point they did work, and that was enough for me after a whole summer. So, ultimately, this is R2. Looks pretty darn good. R2McD2. What do you think? Is that a pretty good summary of where we're at with this?
I think so, yeah. I would not hold your breath for it being done though. I'll probably look a lot older.
All right, well, thank you very much, and say goodbye to the patrons.
See ya.